Hola a todos. My name is Amanda Ritchie, and I'm a Spanish instructor here at CU Denver. I teach the 1,000 level Intro to Spanish Culture class, and then I teach the beginning and the intermediate level Spanish courses. And I'm also the director of our summer study abroad program in Spain called Venga, Vale, Vamos. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what the program involves and what it's all about. So for this program, you get 6 either 2,000 or 3,000 level Spanish credits for doing this summer course, and it's a 4-week course. So in 4 weeks, you get 6 credit hours. To be eligible, you have to at least have finished Spanish 2, which is our 1020 course. So if you're in Spanish now, you'd know what level you're in. If you haven't taken Spanish before, say you took it in high school, you take the placement test and you'd probably place into being eligible. Or say you already speak Spanish at home, but you haven't taken any classes at the college level, you can also take the placement test, and that'll place you into the correct level, and that'll let us know whether you're going to be getting 2,000 level or 3,000 level credits for the study abroad courses. If you are getting 3,000 level courses, these would count towards a minor in Spanish. For a minor in Spanish, you just need 5 3,000 level courses. So this would be 2 out of those 5 you needed for a minor. So something to think about. If you're interested in possibly minoring, or you want to know more details about what kind of courses you can take at the 3,000 level, feel free to email me and I can give you more details. We offer a wide variety of classes. We have literature-based classes. We have classes on the culture and history of Spain and Latin America. We also have linguistics courses. So we have like sociolinguistics. We have phonetics, so we have a lot of courses on the linguistics side as well. So a lot of options for classes you can take. So how this program works is, like I said, it's for 4 weeks in Spain. If we see up here, so we're going to fly into Madrid, and then we're going to live in the city called Valladolid. I'm going to show you pictures of all the cities too, so you can kind of get an idea of what they'll be like. So you're going to live with a Spanish family, and this is perfect because they don't speak English, so it's going to give you really a lot of practice speaking the language and give you an authentic feel of what the culture is like, and then you're going to get 3 meals a day with that family. You're going to take classes at the University of Valladolid. You're going to take grammar, conversation, and culture classes, and those will be 3 credit hours of the classes, of the courses credits that you're going to get. Then the other 3 credit hours is going to be a course with me. We'll start it before going a little bit, kind of learn about the culture and the important things you need to know about Spain before traveling there. And then most of the work will be done while abroad. A lot of blogging and reflecting in Spanish on your experience. Then there'll be a final project that'll be due after the program is over. While we're in Spain, we're going to really take advantage of being in Europe, so we're going to travel a ton. You're going to have classes 5 days a week in the morning at the University of Valladolid. Then you have every evening free. Some evenings we'll take trips as a group. So for example, we're in Valladolid, we're going to go to Burgos, which is up here, for an evening. You're also going to go as an assignment for my class in groups to Avila. You're going to take the train to Avila. Also for the weekend, on a Saturday, we're going to go to Segovia, which I don't think is on this map. And then you're also going to go to Santander for a day. And then at the end of the trip, after you finish your courses at the university, we are going to go as a CU group to San Sebastian, which you can see is right here on the ocean. It's on the coast, and it's right by France. And then we're also going to end the trip then in Madrid. So we're really going to see a lot while we're there and take advantage of being in Europe. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you some pictures of the different cities we see and talk a little bit about it. Oh, also one thing to mention, after the trip, you're more than welcome to stay and travel. As you can see, we won't see any of southern Spain, so you could also go to Barcelona on the east coast, or you can go down south to, for example, Sevilla, or Granada. You can go to the Mediterranean Sea and go to Mallorca or Menorca. There also are, once you're in Europe, the flights are really cheap. So from Madrid, you could travel anywhere. You could travel to Italy, to Greece, to Germany, Netherlands, really wherever you wanted to go. So that's something to think about too, is once you're there, you can easily travel to other countries, other cities in Spain after the program. Okay, so this is what Valladolid looks like. Valladolid is a pretty big city. The first day, you're going to do a scavenger hunt. You're going to have to use maps, and you're going to have to find different points of reference throughout the city. And so you might have to ask too. You might have to ask the locals how to get to different things. So it's a really fun way to kind of get to know the city. And so this was our group. This is our group and a group from the University of Akron last year doing the scavenger hunt. This is the Plaza Mayor. So every city's going to have a Plaza Mayor. It's a place where everyone kind of gets together in the evenings and they can have tapas, have a glass of wine or a cup of coffee, and socialize. This building is called the Ayuntamiento, which is a city hall building. We're going to actually get to go there with the University of Valladolid culture teachers, and so we'll go there for an afternoon. And here's our group this is us actually right here on, so right here, there's this balcony, and that's us there on the balcony, our group from last year. So this is just some pictures of what it looks like in Valladolid. In Spain, there is not many people stay in their homes, so they're outside a lot. So there's tons of cafes and things to do outside. Really beautiful architecture in the churches and other buildings. This is just a little fountain. It's called the Plaza de Zorrilla, a really pretty meeting spot. There's also lots of parks. This one park is called Campo Grande, and there's peacocks everywhere in the park. So it's really fun to kind of stumble upon these peacocks as you're walking in the park. Like I said, you're going to stay with host families. You might have just a widowed mom, or you might have a younger couple with children. It all kind of varies, but it's really a great way to experience the culture firsthand by living with this family, because you have every day with them. You get to have the authentic meals with them. You get to ask them any questions you have about Spanish culture. So it's a great way to not only practice your fluency, but to learn about Spanish culture. So this is one of the first cities we're going to go to, Burgos, which is up north. We're going to go as a CU group in the evening. So this is the entrance in the city. You have to cross through here. And then here's our group from last year. And then it has this Gothic cathedral from the 12th century. So you're going to get entrances to go inside and explore the cathedral. So this is one of the views from the inside. There's also this neat little trek you can do where you can go up to the top and see the city from this nice little hill. And so here's just kind of what it looks like in Burgos, and you'll have the whole evening after you explore the cathedral. You can just go around the city and explore the city. There's also all these really neat iron statues throughout the whole city. So I did the little scavenger hunt with my students the one year, and they had to go find all the statues throughout the city. So an assignment you'll do is you're going to work in groups, and you're going to go to Avila. So what you have to do is navigate the public transport on your own. So as a group, you're going to go to the train station, get your tickets. You're going to find the right platform to get on, and then you're going to get on a train, and you're going to take it to Avila. Avila is this old city that's surrounded by a Roman wall. They used to use it for protection back in the day to protect themselves from the enemies. So you can actually climb up onto the wall, and you can walk around the whole wall. So here's some students and you can, as you can see, it kind of goes around the whole city. And then one of the assignments they have is to try the famous sweet of Avila, which is called the yema. So everyone had to go to a bakery and then order the yema and try it. There's another city we'll go to with the University of Valladolid. We'll go for a day trip. It's called Segovia, so it's famous for its cathedral. Then also it has Roman aqueducts and a castle. So here are the aqueducts. So it's really impressive that these were built in the Roman times, and they're still standing today. So you'll get to see those up close and learn about those. And as you can see, the stones are so big, and it's very impressive because they didn't make it with any mortar or anything, but they're still standing today. One thing I love about Segovia is it's very magical and mystical, the landscape, so it's very fitting for the architecture that's there. So here's the castle. You're going to get to go inside the castle and tour it, and you also get to go to the tower, and so here's a view of the castle from the top of the tower. And then here's a view of the city from the top of the tower. And then here's a view of that castle from afar. So you have the whole day to explore, so you can go and you can explore it from different views. So another trip we'll take is up north to Santander. On our way, we're going to stop in this cute little town called Santillana del Mar. So here's just a view of what this town looks like, and then here's Santander. You can either travel and learn about the different sites in the city with the culture teachers, or you can just enjoy the day on the beach or explore on your own. You're going to have free time here to do whatever you'd like. So then after you take the classes at the University of Valladolid for the first 3 weeks, we're going to have a clausura ceremony, a little graduation ceremony to celebrate you finishing your classes at the University of Valladolid, and you all get a little diploma. And then we'll have a tapa celebration afterwards. And so here's our groups from the past 3 years. So I've done it for 3 years now at the University of Colorado. So here's the first year, second year, and then this past year. Then at the end of the trip, we're going to go to San Sebastian. So you're going to have finished with your Vale to Live classes. You're going to say bye to your host families. Then we're going to all go to San Sebastian together. In San Sebastian, you're going to have free time too to kind of explore the city. And there's lots to do there, especially if you like outdoorsy things. You can take surfing lessons. You can just swim at the beach. You can take little boats, for example, to that island there. And then as you see in the distance, there's this little monte. You can actually climb to the top of that, and there's a really awesome view of the whole city. And then really great sculptures too to kind of explore throughout the city. So here's a view from the top of that little mountain, looking over the whole city. And then so we're also going to do a tapas tour here. So San Sebastian is famous for its food. So we're going to do a tapas tour. We're going to have tour guides that know the city, that are from San Sebastian, and we're going to go to some different bars and try different food. They're really famous for their seafood, so you have the opportunity to try a lot of seafood while you're there. And then there's an optional trip to Biarritz, France. So since San Sebastian is so close to France, you can hop on a bus and easily get to France for the day. So it's really fun to kind of go to another city in just a day, if you so choose. So I'll explain all of that, and if you're interested, you can go to Biarritz. So here's some views from Biarritz. We went as a group a few years ago. And so then at the end of the trip, we're going to end in Madrid, where we started. Madrid has a lot to do too. Most of the time will be free time. This is the palace where the king and queen sometimes go. And then there's just lots of outdoor seating, lots of different barrios, different neighborhoods to explore while you're there. The metro system is really easy to use, so it kind of gives you the opportunity to see so many different places. The architecture there is amazing. This is actually just a post office, but to give you an idea of what the architecture is like. And actually on this, you can climb to the top, and then here's views from the city looking down from there. There's also some really great parks to explore. As a group, we're going to go to a flamenco show. Flamenco is the famous dance of Spain, so it's really an awesome experience to go to a flamenco show live, so we'll do this as a group. And then also there'll be an optional trip to Toledo. You can take the high-speed train, it's the AVE, so it gets to Toledo in 30 minutes. And Toledo is this old medieval city up on a hill surrounded by a river. And so you have to cross these old Roman bridges to get into the city. And it's kind of like a maze. It's really a beautiful city to see. So I'll give everyone information if they want to go to Toledo for the day. Okay, so that's about it for everything you're going to see while you're there. As far as the program price goes, every single thing is included. So all those trips I mentioned, except France and this Toledo, but everything else is covered. So when we go to San Sebastian and our housing there, in Madrid, and then all those other cities, they're all covered in the program costs. It also covers the 6 credit hours that you get, and then also 3 meals a day with your host family. So I know that sometimes trips like this, sound great, but they're not affordable. There are quite a few scholarships available. There's an Office of Global Ed scholarship that gives you $1,000 towards the trip, and about 1 in 4 of my students have gotten it every semester. So that's one that's definitely plausible. There's also one called The World Within Your Reach. It's a new one that the Office of Global Ed is doing, and it's going to cover your entire trip, even your flight, and 2 students are going to get it every summer. If you get the Pell Grant, you also can be eligible for the Gilman Award. So if you get the Pell Grant, you can send me an email and let me know, and I can give you more information on it. 2 of my students got that last year as well, and that covers the entire cost of the trip. So some last kind of pointers or things to say. Academically, this is going to be really good because it's going to help you get a minor. It's going to really increase your fluency, and you're not going to come back like immediately fluent in Spanish, but you will have a lot more confidence in your speaking abilities, and you're going to realize, oh, hey, I survived a whole month speaking Spanish. I can do this. And so you're going to get back into your classes, and you're going to have a lot more confidence speaking Spanish. Professionally, study abroad experience looks really great in a resume, showing that you lived in another country, shows that you're globally aware, you're cross-culturally competent. Those are things that employers are really looking for. And then finally, personally, study abroad is just an amazing experience. I'm actually a Spanish teacher doing what I'm doing today because I experienced studying abroad when I was in high school, and then I did it again in college, and I just absolutely fell in love with traveling and with all Spanish-speaking countries, basically. So study abroad just really opens your eyes to how people live, and it makes you kind of reevaluate your own culture. It makes you reevaluate what's important in life, and it's just an amazing experience. You get to meet these new people that are so different. You get to see these gorgeous sites that are so old, so have so much history. You get to meet also your classmates from Colorado, you become great friends with all of them. So it's a really wonderful experience personally as well. So if it's something that you're interested, I would be absolutely more than happy to give you more information. So just shoot me an email. My email is amanda.ritchie, RITCHIE, @ucdenver.edu, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Adios.